Shalom, shalom. I'd like to give all praise to Yahbashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that rule and teach well in the scriptures, and salutations to the Akim out there that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. I'd like to start out with, letting the Akim know, you Akim out there, that, we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. We're not at Jacob's trouble right now, but we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. So with that being said, there are going to be a lot of things that we're going to come across as far as like certain tribulations and things of that sort, where it be this government shuts down completely, and, they're going to be catastrophic events that are happening in the world today. So, with that being said, we're to, stay prayed up, fast as often as you can, and have the faith that the Lord is going to come back and redeem us and destroy our enemies. Because, believe it or not, Israel, we do have enemies. Okay? And our chief enemy is Edom. Esau, the so-called white man Edom. That's our chief enemy. Okay? Other than the 2/3 that are joined unto Edom. And also the heathen, the rest of the heathen nations, whether it be Moab, whether it be Ham, so on and so forth. So I got a scripture that comes to mind, how we supposed to be in these particular days. And I think that's that's 1 Peter 5:8, and it reads, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Now, our adversary chiefly is the so-called white man. Our adversary is Satan. Satan's our adversary too. The spiritual demon Satan, that's our adversary. And who does he use? Mainly is the so-called white man. So, with that being said, we need to do our best in making sure that we putting on the whole armor of Yahbashim Yahushua. Why do we put on the whole armor of Yahbashim Yahushua? Because there's a fight. We're in war. Okay? We're definitely in war. And if you guys didn't know, there's a government shutdown. And this very well could, lead to more catastrophic events. More woes, tribulations, and poverty. So, check this out. This is, a video from CBS. It aired yesterday.
That was quite an introduction, Jill. Okay.
No, wait, hold on a second. So we got 800,000 workers who aren't getting paychecks. Second time.
Yes.
Now check it out. They're on a commentary right now. They're on talking amongst each other, and it says there are 8,000 workers that didn't get a paycheck. I'm gonna let this continue.
The administration is basically saying it's only going to knock 1/10 of a point off GDP
Per week.
per week.
So that's a half for
So what does this do to our economy?
So this is a problem. The 800,000 people are obviously not spending money. So that is one direct impact. But there are some subtle, different impacts that we are seeing. The first of which is all those people are spending money in stores in the past. They're not doing it right now. So maybe it's the diner near the office where they're not going to lunch. We also know the government itself is not spending as much money because they have various parts of the government closed. We also
I don't know if you, Akim, had noticed, but everybody has done away, just about everyone, every country in opposition to America, such as like China, Russia, certain of those countries, especially the eastern countries, the Middle East and the eastern countries, other than the state of Israel, are dumping the petrodollar. And so that happened a few years ago, if not more than a few years ago. And all those dollars that those countries were using of America's money coming back to America. And so they're just trying to keep from the hyperinflation by stopping the government. But that's going to come to no avail, because this is what the Lord wants. The Lord wants this place to go down, and He's doing it systematically. I'll continue on.
So no, there are a lot of small businesses and certain types of loans that are backed by government entities. Those are frozen, no IPOs. So that is why economists are thinking that although the effect may swing back once they do get the government open, it may not be as good as we think. We could see growth for the first quarter go down as low as 0. I'm talking to economists who originally thought we were at 2.2, 2.3%. Now they're saying 1. The longer it goes on, we could have a 0% quarter. Doesn't mean it will be 0% forever, but it does mean that this could have a longer lasting effect than previous shutdowns, simply because confidence is starting to erode. I'm talking about the swing back.
This place is finished, and they're doing this systematically. The elites, think that they got all this stuff and everything planned out, but what they don't have planned out is Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming back in those chariots. He gonna crack those clouds, and the elite of this world will be the first fruits of slavery. So whether it be the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, so on and so forth, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes back, and He's gonna come and visit Edom. He's gonna come and visit the so-called white man, because he's the terror that's on the earth right now, and he's actually being a terror not only to the other heathen nations, but he's being a terror to his own nation. So let this continue on.
That you just said, because top administration officials, his economic advisor Larry Kudlow in the Trump administration, says that it will instantly snap back. Do you buy that? It doesn't sound like you do. I don't, because there's a bigger problem that we're seeing. We just got a consumer confidence index reading that was the lowest in more than 2 years. So that's not every single person who's directly impacted by this shutdown. So as we see confidence start to erode, the question is, will that actually deter regular people?
Yeah, not only confidence is going to erode, everything is going to erode. These elites think that they have a systematic way to bring in the chip. So they're doing it in parts. And this government shutdown is going to be the catalyst to all the things that they want to be in fruition. But to no avail, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to come and visit them. Continuing on.
Not directly impacted by the shutdown, to spend less. If that were to occur, this is not just a plain old snapback. And remember, growth this year was already supposed to slow down from last year.
Yeah.
Front page of the paper yesterday, the financial papers, China's economy is slowing. Are we heading towards a recession? Well, I mean, look, it's been going on, this expansion, for almost 10 years. And so the question of whether there is an imminent recession, most economists do not believe that. However, as you say, China's slowing down, Europe's slowing down, U.S. is slowing down. We will see lower growth this year. The impact of those tax cuts is basically vanished. We're going back to where we were before those tax cuts. That's about a 2 to 2.5% annual growth rate here in the U.S.
and that devil talking like that, that's good. Okay? That's really good at this place. They done work uh us to death, basically. They done worked us to death. They done worked us, you know, spiritually worked us, because we're not supposed to be dealing and dabbling in other philosophies and doctrine. Only the doctrine we're supposed to be dibbling and dabbling in is a doctrine of Yahbashim Yahushua, the truth. Okay? And they give us lies. They give us all this work to do to build up their economy, to build up their nation, to build up their country. So everything is the Lord's taking this place apart.
It's growth.
Continuing on.
It's not recession, but we are slowing down. Thanks, Joe. Thank you, Joe. What's inside?
And so the ultimate goal is this. This is the ultimate goal right here. I don't know if you noticed, but the RFID stands for radio device, radio frequency device, radio frequency. I believe it. That's it. Hold on. Give me one moment, Aki. This video is from GMS Ghana. I'm gonna let this play.
One Arkansas lawmaker is looking to get ahead of an emergency merging, technology. Representative Stephen Meeks wants to pass the first law in the U.S. regulating microchip implants in people. Some companies, both in the U.S. and worldwide, actually microchip their employees. It allows them to do things like open doors, log onto computers, even buy snacks from vending machines, as you saw in the video. Meeks' bill would allow companies to offer microchips to employees, but not force them to use them.
That's a lie, because it's gonna be a point where the government is not gonna say it's an option anymore. It's going to be mandatory. And so with that, we have this precept. And this precept follows as the RFID microchip being a mark of the beast. Okay, and it reads, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. And so with that, you take the chip, your ass is pretty much screwed by the Most High. So don't take the chip. You got to resist it at all costs, whether it be your family, whether it be you, whether it be financially. You have to resist that chip at all costs. Lord willing, of course. And the Lord be with you. It's, you Akim out there. Okay, you hopefully Lek out there. Uh, this is gonna be pushed, and so we just have to be prepared and be ready for it. So with that, I like to give our salutations, uh, double honors to the apostles and elders from GMS that taught me these scriptures. So with that, I like to say shalom.